Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today's a big day for me. I've bought myself a quick change tool post after many years. I decided to get one, and I got this one over here, which comes in this little kit over here. Although the picture shows the piston type, I got the wedge type, and yeah, it comes in this little box over here. So let's unbox this and let's see what I got. Okay, so this is what I got. I got the tool post holder, the wedge type. It's an AXA type, 251 111. Then I got a 250 101, which is a turning tool holder, which is just flat on the bottom there. There's no indent there. Then I got a 202 boring and turning tool holder. The difference between this and the other one is this one's got a little groove at the bottom there, so you can hold a round object in here easily. Then I got the 104, which is one. Here we go. This is the boring bar holder. It's just got a round bar in the front over there. And then I got the 107, which is the one over here, which is the cut-off tool holder. And you can also put another tool. No, you can't. Okay, this is just the normal cutting tool holder. And then I got the knurling tool over here, which you can also place the tool if you want at the back over here, and the knurling tool in the front. In addition to that, I got this over here, which is another two 101s and another 101 and 102 holder. I got those all separately. Now, full disclosure is that when I got this, these tool holders actually did not fit on here at all. But what I did is I just removed this bolt over here on the inside, turned it upside down, and just turned it until these came out. Just cleaned everything out. I think the tolerance was a bit too high, and then yeah, now everything fits pretty good there. It's actually shipped in these little plastic bags, which comes very nice, oiled, but it's not that thick oil that normally comes with the stuff. It's just a thin layer of oil, so I'm not sure what actually went wrong with that. So if you do get the set and it doesn't fit, just yeah, do what I did. Take it out, just clean it out, and then you'll see it fits pretty well. Even that one over there fits there pretty nicely. Okay. So now we're going to head over to the lathe and have a look at what I need to do to the lathe to actually or modify the lathe so it can actually hold this tool holder. Okay, looking at my current tool holder, which has served me well on this quantum lathe over here. Obviously the issue is here, if you want to set your tool height, you need to put these wedges in underneath and then set the correct tool height and then use the tool. But then obviously if you change the tool, you need to check that everything fits, do the wedging again, or the shimming, sorry, and then see if it'll fit. So now obviously the idea with a quick change tool post is you set the tool holders correctly, and you can shift between the tools without having to put these little shims in there to raise it up. So we'll just take this off quickly here, and then we can see over here the first problem is that this has got bit of a shoulder here that stands up off this slide here. That's obviously going to have to take the current quick change tool post into effect. So let's have a look at how that's going to work now. Okay, so looking at the new tool post, it's got this metal plate over here which you can convert on some lathes to accept so it'll actually go onto the slide itself. But in my case, I'm just going to take that off there like that. The nut. And I'll take the bolt out, like so. And let's see if that'll fit on there. And as you can see, there's a big gap between the bottom there and the top there. And my initial idea was to bore this out here to accept that, but that's not actually going to work, because if you look carefully in there, that is actually part of the tooling itself at the top here, so I can't actually take that out. that's actually part of this screw in here that holds this whole thing together. So I can't actually machine that out now, which was my initial intention. So the next thing is going to be to take this compound slide off and then see if I can obviously get this bolt that's currently in here out and see what I'm going to do to either machine that down, or I'm not sure if it's pressed in there or it's just part of it, and see what we're going to do next. Okay, to take the slide off, I'm just going to basically turn it up completely until it comes off. Okay, and then it comes off there. A bit of a shim in there, but let's just see. So I don't know if you can see there now, but there's actually a sort of a pin in there at the moment. So I've got to obviously push this out to see if I can get this whole contraption out of here. And I don't know if that pin is just part of the bolt or it's part of the shoulder over here. So I'll press that out and let's see what comes out on the other side. Okay, moving on to the arbor press over here. I'm going to see if I can actually press this out, or if it'll require a bit more force than that. But let's start with that. Just bring it up a little bit. Okay, let's adjust it a little bit. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay, so that is basically just pressing out this middle bolt over here, but let's continue with that. Okay, so that came out pretty easy with the arbor press. Definitely get one of these if you don't have one. I've just recently got it and it's made a world of difference. But now this is obviously highlighted the fact that I'm probably going to have to machine this down and then to get this bolt to fit into that. So I guess the next operation will be to go onto the lathe and to go to the milling machine and then mill this down. Okay, so just before I go over to the milling machine and decide what I'm going to do there, let's just go over the issue again. The issue is that this bolt here is obviously much thinner than the one that comes with the quick change tool post. And then if you just install the quick change tool post onto the slide like that, it's going to have a huge gap between the two like that. So I don't know if you can see that. And then in this one over here, I can't bore in here to make that fit into there. So I've either got to make this flush and then somehow get this onto there with a nut at the bottom, which I'm probably going to do now. So I'm probably going to mill this down and then probably thread this somehow to either accept this or to either make another bolt completely. With the slide mounted on the mill now, and I'm going to drill through it with a 12.5mm drill bit. And you would think that I would first mill this off and then drill it, but no, I'm going to drill it first, then tap it, then mill it. And before I do any of this, I must just tell you I'm very apprehensive of this. I would have preferred that I can roll back to this sort of setup if I needed to, but yeah, there's going to be no turning back after this. Once I drill through that, tap it, the other post obviously will not fit on here anymore unless I make some sort of a modification. But let's do this in the name of progress. So I think I've got everything mounted up as true as I can get it. Okay, that's through. Okay, now let's just mount the tap so that I can get that exactly lined up straight. Okay, now with the hole tapped, I'm going to mill that off there. Okay, now after installing the threaded rod into the actual slide itself, you won't be able to see this now, but where this pin came out, there's that little indexing pin over there that goes in and obviously stops us from moving around. But when you thread it, you're threading into that hole. So there is that slight thing there. And then there's another anomaly which I actually can't get my head around. So I tapped it, M14, and nut went on 100%. I did a test with that. But when you thread this into that, it didn't just want to go. It was a lot of work to get this thing in. I had to thread that all the way down and turn it down. And in hindsight, I should have actually milled 2 slots in there so the spanner could have gone around there. But in the end, it's in there. It looks pretty straight, although at times to me it's an optical illusion. It does look like it could be skew, but I have checked it and it is straight. So the next thing is obviously to take the slide itself, and that goes on top there like that. And even with this little pin over here, I'm going to leave that in there. That's just going to go down there like that. The nut's going to go on the top. Probably make a handle for this at some other stage. And then, yeah, when that screws down, it goes on there. So now I'm just going to put the slide back together, because I took everything apart to get it into the milling machine, so I could do that. Put it back together. I'm going to put it on the lathe, and let's see how the tool holders fit onto it. Okay, that's what it looks like when it's installed, all done and dusted. Then you can just move the lever back, take the tool post off there, or tool holder rather, put it back on. Once you've adjusted the height and everything, move it to the other position on the other side. Goes back there, and yeah, can be locked again. So overall, I'm very happy with the tool holder itself, and obviously the tool holders. Well, this is the tool holders and the tool post. Very happy with that, but it was quite a nerve-wracking project. This, like I'm going to say before, I never like destroying something that's working as is, and yeah, I won't actually be able to roll back unless I make another post that screws in there. Then just to recap, I'm not sure why this didn't just screw into the actual thing itself easily once tapped. So it makes me think there's some threading or funny thing going on the bottom thread there, which I'm not quite sure why that is, because this nut did slide on and off there. So maybe I should have got an M14 die as well, and just made sure that that thread was running 100% true for the tap that I put in there. So guys, if you find value in this type of thing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and in the next video you'll see me using this when I continue with the injection molding machine.